YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to AJ's Garage. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today's going to be part 2 on the truck camper shell or the truck topper. But first I want to say a special thank you to a viewer, Chevelle Ranch, commented on the last truck topper video regarding the little button clips that were inside the cab. He let me know that those are for trucks that had the camper that went over the cab. You would remove the glass in the truck and install kind of like a barrier that would block out any wind and debris between the cab and the over the cab camper shell that was put on the truck. So really cool to know that that's what that was for. I would still be interested in knowing if whether that was an option from the factory or if it was something that was done like a day 1 or a day 2 when somebody purchased this truck. So I did also pick up a few things as far as camping setup, camping gear for when I do make my maiden voyage with this. So let me show you guys what I got so far and then we'll get into the video. So camping gear. I got both of these items from Amazon for just a hair over $50. Starting off with this one, it's a little cook set which would allow you to warm up some water. For coffee, you might be making some hot soup or something, or just need to, have something to boil water and then drink. So pretty nice little setup. Has this little handle. You can put it on the fire at night, hot chocolate, whatever your preference is. And then it has these 2 little cups that stow away neatly inside. So the less space things take up, the better. Got this little handle there for the lid, but that just clips on. Press that together and then it just seals it up. So pretty cool with that one. And then also finally got this thing free of all its packaging, but looks pretty sleek so far. I like the slim profile. It's a Coleman 2-burner propane stove. So it's got this little latch for the lid, pops right open. There's 2 little folding sides, keep the back held up. And you're also able to insert these little tabs here. So that'll help keep the back up there. You got your 2 burners, the line for the propane, which will be over here on the side. It runs those small little tanks, but you can also buy an adapter to hook up the big 3-gallon ones if you needed something like that. So far, this is what I have for camping. Of course, you need a pillow, a sleeping bag, a foam mattress, a container for water, a bunch of other little miscellaneous things, but this is what I got so far. So let's get started on the truck. Alrighty guys, so getting started with part 2 of the truck cap, or the truck camper shell, whatever you want to call it. As you can tell, I've given it a really good clean. I did come across a few things like this hole right here that just had some silicone over it. Of course, with all the dirt and grime over the years, it was kind of hidden. As far as the roof is pretty solid. We did have some water kind of leak through up in here. Once I washed it, I was getting inside just to clean the window that's on the inside and had a few little drips here and there, but I did find some caulking. I saw this on another video on YouTube used for RVs and how to apply it, so I'm going to give this a try. Probably won't do this in the video, but I'll let you guys know how this works out for me. What I am going to do is replace these locks. I already replaced the one on The driver's side, it's quite a bit different than this original one, but I was able to make a few modifications to make it work. Like I mentioned, no real damage to the shell. Besides this dent here, seems like it was just pressed in, but I was able to pop a little bit of this out. So I just need to clean this up, pop that back out, and then reseal kind of this upper part along the back here, and go from there. So as far as if you guys are doing this on your truck topper or camper shell, all of them are going to be different, especially this one being a pretty old one. This handle here is riveted in, and then of course whatever holds it in can be different for yours too. But with the rivets, I did just have to drill these out and then make some modifications, so I'll go over that also. This is the style that I got off of eBay. Really solid handle. The mounting is a little bit different, but since I've already done it on the other side, I'll show you what modifications I had to do to some of these pieces. This is from this side here, and then a little modification to this plastic piece that comes with the new one. So let's get started. We'll drill these out. Comes right out, and you just got to punch these two little rivet ends through, move on to the next step. I was able to get those rivets punched through, so just press them through with a hammer. This is the first modification that I had to do. The new style secures on with some screws from the back, so there's no access to anything from the outside. It's just got a little button looking thing there, but these holes need to be a little bit bigger to fit through here, so I'm going to drill that through first and try not to get this to move around on me too much. So got those cleaned up a little bit, and it is a little bit of a tight fit, at least it was on the other side still, but you just kind of press fit it in place. And I do like the way the black looks a lot better. So now we'll move on to securing it from the inside. So on the back side here, there was a few modifications, of course. These are some screw holes, which I'll go over in a second. I do have the handle already in, and that'll get tightened up once we secure it from this side, but I did have to put these holes in. I ended up just following them through from the other side, but I did step down this drill. I did have to hollow out this hole a little bit, and that would be for this bracket here. This little plastic piece goes in like this, but I did grind down this outer edge to reuse the stock bars that kind of lock it on these side corners here. So let's get this kind of put in here. I know it's hard to see there with the holes, but they do line up pretty well. So now put the screws through and get that secure, and then we'll move on to putting the bars back on. And I accidentally broke this even more, so I'm definitely gonna have to replace that soon. So the door handle is nice and secure. Of course, nothing is in place to lock it yet, but we have that plastic retaining piece on and tightened down. Now, this is a mistake I made on the driver's side. So on this side, I'm gonna get it correct. And eventually I'm gonna have to see if I can locate one of these. I do have one on that back glass door there, and you guys can get a look at the glass and how it cleaned up. Still have a little bit of cleaning to do, but definitely, obviously I can see out the back now. But that back door has one of these, so I might just take that and put it on that side. But what I'm gonna do now is put this back on like the original. So if you guys give me a second, let me get that secure. The original style handle pretty much looked like this. Of course, plastic piece that we added for the new one is there, but this was set up this way to where this little swivel was behind this piece, and what this swivel does is it locks in the arms that secure the door on the outer edges. Now, I know that I could make it still work because I did it on the other side, except for I made the mistake of cutting up this bracket here. So now, when I rotate the door, it swings open and this little bracket helps this clip stay in place here, but as you can tell, this slides. So what we do for that is I can reuse these plastic retainers there that secure the door against the lip of the topper here. Or these are the new ones that came with it. Now these are a slide on and screw on. Only bad thing about this is they're too long down here, so I would have to cut them. But I kind of just like using these original ones. So the new T-handle is installed and locked up. So as you guys saw through the course of the video, there was some small modifications to the door to get this one to fit, but very simple install. Previously, these lock sliders sat a little closer to the frame with the original ones, but they work just fine now. I did decide to go with this heavy duty plastic one to retain this middle part of the door, so everything works well, and best of all, it locks up now. So another project complete.